How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Real Night. Today we're diving back into Dexter Season 5, Episode number 7. Last time, Quinn and Deb have now officially started to, date. We also have Quinn and Liddy pursuing Dexter. Batista may have made a new break in the Santa Muerte case as far as getting that woman to help him out to maybe draw the brothers out, and in the process sort of smooth things over with Maria. Dexter and Lumen. Dexter is trying to go back to his normal life, get a kill in, just like old times. But of course, Lumen came in and sort of threw a wrench in that plan. But he and Lumen had that heart-to-heart at the end, and they are now going to be working together to find the rest of those ring of kidnappers or maybe traffickers. I'm not really sure what the situation is there, but I guess we'll find out. As always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment down below. All right, enough talk. Let's roll it.
It's been over a month since I freed Lumen from Boyd's.
Maybe like a circle us.
But she's still reliving it every day.
Circle versus them.
Have you eaten?
I ate this morning.
Well, now it's
They
night.
live in here. I know he's trying to put it on the
somewhere.
market. I wonder if there's any like sort of timetable that he has to keep to, or
There was Watch Guy.
Watch guy.
Sometimes I didn't even know if he was there until I'd hear this watch by my ear. And then he'd lean in and whisper.
It's free real estate.
He'd take off his jacket and fold it.
good on her for intentionally or unintentionally
He always took the blindfold off.
keeping her wits about her
Guess he thought I'd be dead soon.
the best that she could. Folded his jacket nicely. I think it's him.
Dos barriles.
Taking care of the bodies. Yeah. Little too late.
So what do we do now?
Kind of looks like an older Paul Walker.
I'm not blind 23 hours a day or 22 hours a day. I'm blind the whole goddamn time.
I'm not sure we is the operating word here.
What are you talking about? We're doing this together.
I don't need a partner.
There's no point to it then.
You want these men brought to justice?
Yeah,
Oh, she wants that feeling back.
I want to be a part of this.
We'll see.
And I totally understand why he's hesitant, especially after Miguel. And just after generally everything that he's gone through with relationships in the past. But I mean, she seems to be genuinely wanting to do this,
I need to get home to Harris.
regardless of if he's in it or not, so.
Right. The other part of your life.
There is no other part to Lumen's life. This is all she has.
She has her family back home, but yeah, she's definitely probably a different person now and very disconnected from all that.
Thank you.
I feel like I'm dropping off my prom date, except this is my house and my wife is dead, and I have no idea where Lumen fits into my world, and this is all so weird.
Really
Exactly
makes me
like
think,
my prom.
Reminds me of, what was that, like season 2, where he and Harry were talking about prom and stuff like that. There were those flashbacks. Now, I somewhat miss those flashbacks to actual Harry and Dexter interactions, you know? Problem might have taken care of itself.
You're just in time.
Either that or maybe somebody in the ring is, I don't know, going rogue. Trying to clean up the mess even further, clean up everybody involved.
St. Bridget Circulus. Si puede, little one.
Praying concerns him.
It's either a saint or the most boring action figure I've ever seen.
It's St. Bridget.
I think her intentions are fine, but
He doesn't need St. Bridget. He has Father Dexter.
We can get a new place together.
they're already about to move in together. Wow.
Morgan,
But I guess they've had a relationship building ever since they've been partners. So
dead people. You're gonna get the same call we're all getting called in.
Why didn't you tell them I'm here?
Basically, nobody knows we're seeing each other. I just want to keep it that way.
I don't know about that. Hey, we can let her be delusional for a little bit.
Hello, Mr. Circle or whatever. Lord, we see the woman that's.
I don't even know what that means.
Hey, Sergeant, what do we got?
We got her, and her,
Hey.
and her.
So yeah, I don't think it's part of someone in the ring because they just messed everything up there. So it must have just been circumstance.
Someone tried to move them.
Where's the driver?
That's what we're trying to figure out. He took off.
Just the blood guy, but we got no blood.
We don't know what we've got.
Yeah, what is this?
This was giving me episode 1 energy. No blood in the bodies.
No sticky, hot, messy, awful blood.
Because it was only applied topically, the internal organs of the cadavers continued to putrefy and leak out of the various bodily orifices, becoming congealed once they came in contact with the formalin. That's what's on your shoe, congealed organ. Just the blood guy.
All female, all blonde, all between the ages of 20 and 35.
One men's suit jacket, size 40.
Interesting. I wonder, for a guy so neat, I wonder why he wouldn't grab that.
Fingerprints galore. Except for the steering wheel. Somebody gave it a quick wipe.
So much for keeping my lives separate.
I mean, it was all over the news.
What you doing, boys? Sleeping late? Your buddy Dexter Morgan, you asked me to keep an eye on him.
Yeah?
Man, I love this guy.
Beauty up at his house, even took down the for sale sign. Blonde, average height, late 20s.
I know who she is.
You betcha.
What is this? What does it mean?
It means they're on the run.
Oh, maybe they're just tying up loose ends. I don't know if they're on the run. They could be soon, though. That guy was definitely running.
Should have brick and fuck me with it. You're never gonna guess who this truck is registered to.
Oh my gosh.
Jordan Chase.
They're really stepping it up this season with Deb's vocabulary.
I mean, I've listened to all his CDs.
So did Boyd Fowler.
Take it.
If you think you deserve something, then take it. Ooh, a hair.
It's not often I'm in competition with my own people.
I don't know. It seems like he's usually in competition with everybody else.
I can order Jordan Chase CDs, but I can't talk to an actual person.
I've left messages all over. If I don't hear back soon, I'm gonna kick the door in.
I don't know. Maybe that's their sort of indoctrination tapes. Get them in the mindset.
I heard about this 2-bedroom place on Brickell. Upper unit, right on the water. I thought we could take a look.
This is not a workplace conversation.
You two. Now.
I think she knows about us.
I mean, who doesn't? Like, I'm kind of surprised. I mean, Batista knew. Masuka assumed. Dexter knows.
Yasmin Aragon has assured us that she will bring Carlos and Marco into Club Mayan tomorrow night. We'll take the brothers into custody before they get into the club.
Get it right this time. We're going to have an interesting conversation about your future.
Yeah, I think that's just the fact that he doesn't like her sinking in there. I think she's doing what she can. Everybody is.
Pay his office a visit to see if...
Probably won't be necessary.
Here he is. Take it. Took the initiative.
Holy shit, that's him.
You have to excuse Cole here. He keeps the crazies away.
Guy looks a little bit crazy.
One more. Dexter Morgan.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice watch.
Oh, my dad gave it to me when I was a teenager.
Doesn't look like the guy.
Auto-resistant to 100 meters.
That looks kind of like the guy. It was pretty dark, so I couldn't really see features.
Older Paul Walker.
I was in Jacksonville. Got an early call from Cole here, my head of security, saying that one of our trucks had been stolen out of our lot and that it just might be the one we'd all been watching on the news.
Such an interesting, way to bring this into the narrative. You know, something like a small detail like that.
Hey, we found the keys in the ignition.
I leave a spare set of keys on a hook inside our office.
And you're head of security?
Yeah, Cole. I want to make it very clear that the Miami Police Department has my full cooperation.
Sociopaths can't feel psychic pain, but they can feel physical pain.
This actor looks familiar, though. I believe I've seen him in something.
Cole.
I'm saying that a lot for this season.
Hard to imagine someone like him or his people would be involved in something like this.
Some of the people that are most hard to imagine, some of the worst offenders.
Or am I? I took a few hairs from the headrest of the truck as well.
I mean, look at Dexter. Nobody believes that he does what he does. Except for Quinn now.
Well, Cole's hair matches the hair on the jacket and the headrest.
I think he's just become the focus of our investigation.
And Jordan?
His alibi holds up. He was in Jacksonville.
He wasn't in Jacksonville all the time, so he could still be a part of it, but... You know? Maybe he's the leader.
And what are you going to do with that?
It's just a flashlight.
You have a way of bending the rules.
It's like it could be a weapon.
What's going on with the case?
One of those old school metal flashlights.
Do you know this man?
That's the guy who folded his jacket.
His name's Cole Harmon. What about him?
I mean, that guy's clearly a freak, but...
No, not the bald guy, the guy beside him. Jordan Chase.
Oh, no, I don't know him either.
You sure?
Easily spottable.
He's some sort of motivational speaker.
I wonder if she's heard the tape. I'm sure Boyd played them in the house.
It's only a matter of time before they're all in the hands of the police.
Is that going to be enough for her?
I want to take care of it.
I know how she feels. It's not so different from me.
This is all I think about. This is important to me.
Truth is, I actually want to help her. For some very complicated reasons. If we want Cole for ourselves, I have to derail the police investigation, which means...
Cole for ourselves.
First thing we have to do is remove any evidence that you were ever here at Boyd's house.
Let's hope, like, this wasn't like a communal place. I know she was kept here, so, like...
You okay? I'll be with you.
So sinister. Like, even though he's being, like, accommodating here, it's just the way he, like, looked and said that.
God.
I'm sure he can understand, though. Like, when he walked back into that blood-filled room.
I don't know how long I was here. Maybe a couple days. All I know is that he brought me here to kill me.
Yeah, this place is probably gonna glow entirely.
He was the finisher.
Okay. Yeah, I was assuming that.
I just need something of Boyd's to plant in the truck from the accident. His wallet.
Hold the fucking phone, everyone. Boyd Fowlers.
The guy that did this.
Died exactly where you're standing.
Hey, I just kind of want to talk about this season real quick before we hit the closing thoughts, because I know like a lot of people skip those, but I just want to point out that I think season 4 was just such a catalyst that the writers for the show just really had to go back and sort of explore the past seasons, like season 1 through 4, which is why I think I'm picking up on so many different callbacks to those seasons, and they're sort of incorporating so many of those different elements, anything from lines down to scene setups, music choices, everything like that, and just the dynamics between the characters. I just wanted to point that out because that's just been kind of like running through my mind. Anyway, back to it.
It looks like Boyd Fowler has become our primary focus. Do you know this man?
I'm sorry, but
I know him. He was one of your stalkers.
Then how come I'm just now hearing this?
Yeah, he's really ruining his reputation as security if this guy isn't in on it.
Probably saw where I put the keys.
Any idea where he might be?
No.
I suggest that you be especially cautious, Mr. Chase.
Yeah, something tells me he knows.
You finally did something right. Steering the cops toward Boyd. Very smart.
It wasn't me. I'm gonna try to find out who the rest of his bad man friends are. This, and you're gonna start to understand me.
And start repeating.
Harrison clearly loves his St. Bridget. He put it with his favorite toys.
It's just a statue of a lady who died a long time ago. She doesn't protect anybody or anything.
A little cold-hearted, but...
This can be a very dark world at times, and since dear Bridget has always been a comfort to me, I thought Harrison might feel the same.
What are you wearing tonight?
To the big stakeout? A diaper? Probably. Will you please not wear that awful shirt with a pattern?
I only wore that as a joke.
Oh.
Hey.
I don't know. Their relationship might not be too bad.
I don't work for free, Quinn.
Right.
I know you got the cash.
Yeah, it's not that.
It's the pussy. Now, looky here, stud. If you're backing off this thing because you're porking that guy's sister, I'd say you got your priorities as a cop all wrong.
I'll give you another 5.
I mean, I don't think this guy can talk about priorities as a cop.
That'll work.
We're gonna walk you to the club so that our team can get a visual on you, and then you're just gonna wait by the door.
Hope she makes it.
They're already here.
Okay, how'd that happen? I thought we had all the doors covered.
I don't know.
Secret entrance.
I heard there's a
maybe.
secret door from the club next door, but I've never seen it.
Club next door.
Yasmin, go sit with them. We're gonna sit tight until they leave.
Ooh, that is not a good idea. That wire is definitely not very well hidden. It's like a huge protuberance.
I'm going in. No, you're staying here. Well, you can be the lookout.
Doesn't seem to be doing too bad. Looks like Monson might not even need the help. Make the arrest herself.
He's calling me over.
This is Lieutenant Laguerta, Officer Menso. Go to him.
Lieutenant, no, this is a problem. These guys are dangerous.
Stand down, Morgan.
Yeah, I'm sure she's feeling that because of the last interaction she had.
¿Qué chingados? ¡Ella tiene pistola! ¡Policía! ¡Mata a la puta!
Dang.
Holy fucking shit!
Holy. Oh my gosh, that escalated so quick.
Stop right there. Down on the ground. Police.
Dang.
Back away. Drop the gun.
Shoot him this time.
Kill him.
Shoot him. Take him out.
Do it.
There we go.
You did well.
It's what she should have did the first time. I'm glad she took the shot this time. It's good.
You okay?
But unfortunately, I guess that girl maybe lost her life though. And for what? For nothing, really. Yeah, and I know Deputy Chief Matthews is going to be having a field day with this one. Especially because the press is going to be all over it.
Cole as a teenager.
Oh, were they all friends, like childhood friends?
Who the fuck are you? No fucking.
I guess he is lucky she snuck in after him. Although he probably would have got the upper hand at some point.
I can't believe that just happened.
What made you come inside?
I thought I saw a shadow.
And that made you come crashing through a window?
I know. I just had a feeling. It was some sort of lizard brain thing.
She's starting.
It's Cole.
And Boyd.
Took a picture.
It's them from like 15 years ago.
Do you recognize any of the others?
No, just those three.
How long it's been going on?
Known each other since they were kids.
So what do we do next?
You said we.
Oh, it's not the first time.
This is a fucking disaster.
I guess this is the first
Our informant,
legitimate partnership that we're seeing with him.
I want a full report by 8 a.m.
We are going to get through this, I promise you. All cops make occasional mistakes in judgment.
Excuse me? If mistakes were made, they most certainly were not mine.
Denial. If you're going to be that leader, you definitely got to take responsibility when stuff goes south. And I mean, she's going to take responsibility because she has to from the deputy chief, but...
Partners come to us in various ways, but for any partnership to work, you must not only accept this person into your life, but accept her for who she is. St. Bridget, circle us with your light.
A prayer from Dexter. So much new ground being covered in this season.
Hi.
Much as we try to push them away, they work their way into our lives regardless, until we finally realize how much we need them.
I'd say pretty solid episode there. We got a lot of new ground specifically covered with Dexter and Lumen and their now developing relationship, as well as Quinn and Deb's developing relationship. The situation with the Santa Muerte case, a lot to break down there. A major clue discovered that they all sort of knew each other and were a part of it. And I really like that they included that little detail of... the motivational tapes, which I kind of took as a joke early on in the season, but they took that little detail and sort of tied it back into the story as a whole. And I'm sure we're not done with learning the reasoning behind that. Like, why would they be listening to that? And if they were like that since they were kids, this guy saying all this stuff is just adds a whole different level of craziness to the fact that he's doing this, doing all these like motivational things and success type of motivational speeches for people, selling books on this stuff. All these women seem to be fitting the same kind of physical description in the same age range, at least that's what Deb said. Makes me wonder what exactly the reason for that is. Could it be like shared trauma between all of them, or some shared event that may have happened that made them want to do this, or is that just like their preference or something like that? There might be like one more person or something that we're not seeing that was a part of that sort of past that those guys shared. And the title, Circle Us, I think my thought in the beginning was a little bit more spot on, being, the circle, the group of those guys and us, and the fact that this episode was really heavily diving into partnerships, as Dexter's last lines sort of stated here. It also makes me wonder what exactly Lumen wants to do after the situation is handled, or if she's even thought about that, because she said all she can really think about is what had happened to her, which is understandable. Is she going to want to move forward with Dexter and I guess maybe help him out, actually be partners with him to do this stuff. It does seem like it's rather dangerous. She's very impulsive, and that saved Dexter in this scenario. I still think Dexter probably could have gotten out of that situation because he does have that martial arts training, as Dokes mentioned, season 2. But it's good that she was there, but that also might be dangerous down the line in that it might get her injured or something might happen because of that impulsive nature that she tends to have. I'm sad to even have to think about that because things seem to be getting better for her. She was actually happy in this episode. They seem to be growing closer. Dexter he's taken on sort of a more caring nature in a way. They say becoming a father really changes you, so I wonder if him having to take care of Harrison and stuff has sort of affected him in this way, made him a little bit more care when it came to the babysitter, the whole like prayer situation and the St. Bridget stuff. And I think the final thing I want to touch on is just how much Dexter just manipulates the system and how well he set himself up to do what he does. You know, this is definitely not the first time that he's planted evidence or led them on some kind of chase that was wrong and put forth by him. I mean, even like last season it happened when he was trying to take Arthur off of their suspect list. I mean, season 2, that was the entire premise. Season 1, of course, was Rudy. He was doing the same thing there. So him saying that here is just kind of funny to me because he's been doing it since day one. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment down below. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all on the next one.